Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we're going to have some severe storms today in the southern plains and the southeast, a wet day in the northeast, and a mix of showers and storms through portions of the west coast and the Intermountain West. Let's get started with what's going to be happening in the southern plains and overall just look at the severe weather risk for today because it really is confined to portions of Oklahoma and Texas for the higher end severe weather. We have a marginal, a slight, and an enhanced risk. That's a 3 out of 5 in the scale from the Storm Prediction Center. And friends, this does include the general Dallas-Fort Worth area up I-35 into the southern sides of Oklahoma with a marginal risk through Oklahoma City. Now, at this point in time, as we take a look at the current storms that are developing right now, we've had a few tornado warnings right along the Red River. These storms are dumping huge hail as well. That's going to be one of the big threats. Some baseball plus size hail is likely with these storms as they develop the remainder of this Thursday and especially into the evening hours. At this point in time, when we look at the watches that are into play, you're going to see that they are severe thunderstorm watches rather than tornado watches. That is good news. But when we look at the overall risk of severe weather out of this, you're going to see that there is going to be, again, large hail, up to 3-inch size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. Still can't rule out some isolated tornadic activity, but hopefully these are just going to be some higher end severe storms. Hope they don't roll over your area. We'll talk more about the southern plains coming up. It's a really wet, cool day in the Ohio Valley, the Northeast, and New England. Some pretty heavy rain and even a few storms off the Cape Cod coastline. Boston in at just 46 degrees for you right now. New York City right around 50. Not really expecting any severe weather here, but when we take a look at the infrared satellite imagery out of this area, you're just going to see thick clouds. Just a wet day across this area, and again, cool for this time of the year. A few thunderstorms are developing in south central Florida right now, and some of those near Lake Okeechobee are actually severe. They'll try and make a run towards places like Jupiter, but even in the last couple of frames, you can see them developing just west of the Miami area. When we look at the warnings that are associated with these storms, you're going to see a couple of special weather statements here. Those are in yellow, and 1 or 2 isolated severe thunderstorms in red. Now back to the southern plains again. Where it's not raining, it's absolutely hot and windy. Upper 90s to the low triple digits there. You get north of there, things have been quieter through most of the Midwest today and portions of the northern plains and the western Great Lakes. A few showers and yes, friends, even an isolated thunderstorm or two rolling through Idaho and the western sides of Montana right now. Few light rain showers through portions of the higher elevations of the eastern sides of the areas of Washington and Oregon State. Just want to show you again the enhanced satellite imagery out of the west coast here real fast because at this point in time things are quieter. Now breezy conditions and even some wind gusts along the coastline are still going to be a factor. You can see along the California coastline 30 to 35-mile-an-hour winds, but nothing that's extremely concentrated at this point in time. The overall advisories look like this. You still have some flood potential for portions of the Mid-South, cooler in the western Great Lakes. There's the wind out along the west coast and also some very windy conditions from the Carolina coastline all the way up to the New England coastline as well. Let's get into the forecast, friends. What do you say we take a look at our models? We'll start off with a HRRR model. That's our high resolution rapid refresh over the next 2 days, and then look at the severe weather threat as well. We'll start off in New England. Again, this spinning low is going to provide some heavier rain. Could be some isolated flooding, but more than anything, just wet, gloomy conditions here for the Northeast and New England with no active severe weather. That is not going to be the case, though, in the southern and central plains. Now, for the remainder of today, I'll let this loop up one more time, and then we'll start for the remainder of today. The storms are going to be, again, confined to portions of Oklahoma and then deeper into Texas, even down towards the Waco area. But tomorrow, the storms will develop a little bit farther north, maybe as far north as Nebraska, the eastern sides of Kansas, move through the Missouri, and then make a run into portions of the Mid-South and the Tennessee Valley in general. And it's these areas that will see the most active weather the next couple of days. The risk for severe weather for tomorrow, for your Friday, is going to be Nebraska, Kansas, northern sides of Oklahoma, that stretches into portions of Missouri, Arkansas, and then kind of a redeveloping zone off of our dry line for the western sides of Texas as we get kicks of energy coming out of the Intermountain West. This is Saturday. It doesn't change much. The storm concentration is going to be over Oklahoma, which could eventually be raised to an enhanced risk as well. And then some of that thunderstorm activity makes it a little bit farther to the south and to the east. So when I go back over to the model here, you'll kind of see how these storms depict that. They'll kick a little bit farther south and east, and we could have some severe storms into the southeast as well. More rain for portions of the Intermountain West, especially the northern sides. I'm talking about big sky country, into portions of the plains and back into the western Great Lakes. We're looking nice along the west coast. Things should be relatively dry here over the next couple of days. Rainfall totals look like this. Again, pockets of heavy rain and potential flooding for the southern plains, portions of Arkansas and Missouri. 5, 6, 7 inches of rain there. That's why some of the flood advisories are already in effect. Friends, I'm out of time. I appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for liking this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.